People here are talking about the impacts we're already experiencing from climate disruption.
All science, all climate, all weather is local. I mean, we can talk about all the global science you want, but unless we articulate it to why it's important to folks here, not only in the U.S., but where you live, they're not going to understand it, nor will they really care. Nor will they be able to do anything about it. And we should all be doing something about it right now.
From changing rivers to agricultural disruption, people are seeing the effects of an unpredictable climate on their homes and businesses.
We have a tourist industry that relies on the 4 seasons. People come for fall color, they come for recreation in the summertime. Climate is who we are.
It's one of the biodiversity hotspots that you hear about on the planet. There's just all of these different microclimates that helps make it resilient, but will also be very fragile as climate change continues.
If all those trees that are lining the riverbeds, if they get attacked by the pine beetle and they die, this area is at the elevation point where that's going to raise the temperature of the river 10 to 15 degrees in the summer, and then we won't have a trout population. And then the entire fly fishing industry will totally go under.
Weather is a really important determinant of success in farming, of farm performance. And so the uncertainty in weather is really adding a lot of additional risk to agriculture.
Communities in our backyard and beyond are working together to build a resilient future.
It's really important to study and find out which of our natural areas are most resilient. When you protect natural areas, they almost always protect the human populations nearby.
We're seeing some different shifts. We're getting more rain at different times. We're getting colder winters, wetter winters, dry periods, a much more diverse set of circumstances that our growers are dealing with.
Being the fact that we actually do rely on the climate from an outside air perspective, it's great to be able to teach from a science and technology standpoint how much the weather does affect things that we do.
People are sharing stories, investing in sustainable businesses, and connecting the science to real plans for mitigation and adaptation.
Climate change to me, it isn't just a relationship to plants and ground and distance and proximity, but it's relationship to longevity.
We have this deep resource of long historical resilience, sustainability, people looking at all sides of what it means to be resilient and sustainable, combined with the data and the creative arts, the storytellers, the visual artists.
The city is actively shifting from looking at just mitigation strategies like energy conservation or alternative fuels for our vehicles, and now we're really looking at planning for adapting to the climate change that's happening.
Climate change is a global issue with local solutions.
Well, Asheville, North Carolina happens to host the National Climactic Data Center and is one of the few hubs around the nation for climate expertise.
People can use this data to help them see if there are trends in things that they're sensitive to.
The data is there, the stories are there. This is the Western North Carolina Climate Listening Project.
It's so important for us to keep talking together and keep working together as a community.
I think we need to collect these stories because it's going to be the collection of stories that bring about change.
We invite you to talk about climate and share your climate stories.